Okay, this week in search, Matt Coffey here, CEO of Customer Bloom, and we have got a couple of things to talk about that may be of interest if you are a fan of search. We are covering again the Panda 4.2 rollout, rollover, roll out, play dead. We've seen certainly a lot of customers who were impacted by the quality algorithm that Google decided to run to sort of clean up or clean house impacted customers, but some customers are actually impacted positively. The ones who did have a impact that was they cleaned up their site and made the rollout 4.2, which happened in the end of July, become something that was a good impact. Others were impacted negatively, but what we did see was the rollback of these. So we saw a positive impact for customers who made the difference, and then weeks later it rolled over and it's dead. So it negatively affected them after they had a positive impact. So it went right back to normal. So the question is Google running an algorithm that is based on a real-time solution? Is it based on a we run it when we feel like running it? Or was it run and the live data was captured and now they're going to run it again? Or is it still rolling out? Lots of questions here, no real answers. Usually when Google runs an algorithm shift, everybody knows about it, it impacts everything, and then you kind of just deal with it. Now it's sort of like, well, was it run in real time? Was it not run in real time? No one will really know until we probably have a few more months of data to collect. My hint, and I would tell you this, I think it got data, and then it's probably going to come back again once it's figured out the data. Now, we've been basing a lot of our thought process on user metrics, meaning that people are doing things on a site, and Google can tell if there's a quality engagement, if it's a real site, and they're probably trying to maybe think about how do they run this algorithm in a more cohesive way so that it impacts people or the collateral damages as much. And that's a big question. Was the collateral damage too much? Maybe it impacted AdWords. Oops, money. We don't know. But we can make some assumptions that whatever it did do, it's back to where we started. So we'll see if it continues to roll out and run over the next couple of months. In other interesting news, now Google has launched their app, their My Business app. Ooh, 2015. Time for an app. This app is really cool, actually. I've been using it now, and it does sort of commingle all those interesting aspects of what you'd like to see on your My Business app. So that, again, since Google moved from a 7-pack down to a 3-pack in their map listings, these My Business places, or whatever you want to call them, entities, have an impact. Because if you're not found in the first 3 listings for your service or your product or whatever in the local listings, you're kind of out of luck, right? So this is the impact visibility that you can actually see right on your phone. So you press a button and now you're into your analytics and you're seeing your reports, and okay, so we're trying to make an impact of the customer now having some insights onto whether or not they should run ads. Right? So that's the whole point of the My Business app, which is to try and get people to look at this and go, ooh, wow, I'm down 30%. Maybe I should run some ads, right? And this is the beginning, I think, of Google's sort of final, well, maybe not final, but close to the final of kind of moving Google Plus completely away, and now you can, sort of utilize this back to where they started, which is this Google Places account from the old days. Now, another ranking factor that's come up recently is the snippets or the Google markup. That it's really what happens when you query a term and Google brings up rich snippets or schema markup, however you want to phrase it these days. That seems to have been a leading story in the last couple of weeks, that they might be looking at that as an algorithmic piece of the ranking factor, because I'm starting to see, and I've seen it a couple times, single line schema markups being sent underneath search results. So basically you see a search result, and instead of it just being an organic search result with a snippet, it's actually got a markup on the bottom of it showing links within the site. So it's not happening all the time, but what might be happening is that Google's saying, hey, if you've got your rich snippets all set up, you've got your schema markup set up, might float you to the top because you're actually doing what we've told you to do to look better for the end user for better results. So consider making sure that your schema or your rich your rich snippets and markup need to be kind of addressed. I think it's coming. It was kind of already built into the algorithm. I think it's just being forced to the top now because that's just part of the world. Last thing is that we're starting to see the video creep into AdWords. So now AdWords has the video component in it, so that you can run AdWords or video ads, YouTube. And I think this is really kind of appropriate because we're starting to see a lot more, video-focused stuff going through in results, and we're seeing video-focused, ads, and it's just part of life. And we're going to start to see more people concentrating on putting ads into, videos because it makes sense. It's more conversional. It's just part of our, world that, there's a lot of screens in everyone's houses now, and there's a lot of videos, so why not take advantage of it? And of course, Google, obviously wants people to be aware of it, so why not put it in the AdWords console so you can find it right in front of your face? That's a great idea. Anyways, that's it for this week in search. We'll see you the next time.